Welcome to the newest jQuery Academy tutorial. Today we're going to be doing basic Ajax, and what Ajax is essentially is it's a method of dynamically loading content to a web page that wasn't already loaded when they requested the page. So, for example, you could have a frame in the page that has no content, and then when the Ajax request is made, it could be loaded with content from another file. So, in order to do this, we're gonna start off with some files. We need the jQuery library. And I'm going to make another file called index.html, and I'm just going to start off with the regular HTML scaffold. I'm going to call this basic Ajax. Oops. And we're going to include jQuery in that, and we're going to save that. Then we're going to make another file that's going to be called request.html. And this is going to be the file that has the data that we want to load into the index page using Ajax, using the jQuery library. So we're going to start off by putting some information in here, some data. You can make it say whatever you want, but basically I'm going to say this is the data from the Ajax request. Now for this one you don't need the full HTML scaffold because it's going to be loading it into an HTML scaffold. So don't worry about that. You can have HTML tags. We can even put that in a bold tag just to prove to you that it actually loads it in as HTML. So there's a bold tag around there. Alright, so now in here I'm going to put my script, and inside here I'm going to do the normal document.ready function. So it's going to execute when the page is ready. And I'm going to add a style tag, and I'm going to make a new rule, a new CSS rule, and it's going to basically say we're going to put this div in the middle. So we're going to start off with margin left equals auto, margin right equals auto, and we're going to give it a width of 500 pixels, and we're going to give it a background color of sort of a gray, so it's going to be number sign 727272. Alright, so now we're going to put a div in the body tag, and it doesn't need an ID because this rule applies to all divs. And this div is the one that we're going to be loading the content into. So we're also going to give it a height. I'm not sure if this will work 100%, but we're going to give it a height value. And yeah, so now we're going to check out this file in the browser, see what it looks like. So I'm going to take this, the index.html file, and drag it into my Safari application. And now we have this box up here, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that when we click on this box, it's going to load the content from that other file, the request.html, and it's going to put it into this box. So in order to do this, we're going to use a function called load. So we're going to start off. We're going to select div, and we're going to say click. So when the div is clicked, we're going to execute this function. And the function in here is we're going to make a request. So we're going to use the load function. So what we want to load into is we want to load into the div. So we're going to load into the div, and the method we use is called load. So there's only one real parameter you need in this, and that's going to be the name of the document we want to load. So request.html. So you're going to type in the name of the document that we want to load, and it's going to be loaded into the div element. So we're going to try this out. Make sure you save it. We have the request file too. Alright, so we're going to try this out in our browser. So we're going to go back to Safari, and we're going to reload the page. I'm just going to get rid of this. And now we should have this new page loaded. We're going to try clicking on the div, and we click on it. Notice it says this is the data from the Ajax request. So that's the exact same thing we had in this file right here. So we could try saying something different, or we could maybe add a new paragraph. Add a paragraph. And this one will say this is the new information. And we're going to save that. We're going to go back, reload the page, and we're going to try clicking it again. And now notice there's a new paragraph in there that says this is the new information. So that's showing you that using index.html, that page, you can load content from another file called request.html using jQuery's load method.